Hello friends, welcome to another Set 3 deck brew. So this is a deck that I am calling Spaceball for the moment. This is a modified version of the Boba Red deck that had popped up towards the tail end of Set 2. Since Boba has been banned, I've decided to slot in Asajj Ventress in the leader slot. She has a pretty interesting ability. She has an action, exhaust, attack with a unit. If you played an event this phase, it gets +1/+0 for this attack. On her flip side, on attack, if you played an event this phase, this unit gets +1/+0 for this attack and deals combat damage before the defender. So these don't really seem too fantastic on their own, but we play a lot of events in this deck. So we have a lot of opportunity to activate her ability. So let's take a look at the units. We've got Cartel Spacer. This is an acceptable turn 1 play. Ideally, you want to play this turn 3 plus when you actually can turn on the activation and tap down an opponent's unit. We have Kylo's TIE Silencer. This is just a standard 3/2 space unit for 2. The action ability probably will never be used. We're just playing it purely for the stat line. Mercenary Gunship. It's a 3/2 for 2. It's just a good stat line. Your opponent will probably never pay the 4 to take it, but you can always just take it right back. Some of the Set 3 upgrades that we're testing, we have the Confederate Tri-Fighter. It's a 3/3 for 3, but bases can't be healed. In testing so far, this seems to be pretty good. Being able to shut down your opponent's ability to restore is kind of what you're looking for in this type of a card. So I think it's costed fair enough to where this is actually worth slotting in to your main deck. 3 copies of Disabling Fangfighter. It's a 3/2 for 3, so it's a little expensive for the stats, but you can nuke and upgrade when it comes into play, so that's useful, especially if we're going to see a lot of shields and upgrades being played in this next set. What with the Jedi lightsabers, we're still seeing bounties being played. I don't think we're going to see Boba Fett's armor anymore, but I still think we're going to see Darksabers, so I think this card is main deckable right now. The P-38 Starfighter, we run these as a 3 of. It's a 3/2 for 3. Yet again, the stat line isn't fantastic, but when played and when defeated, you may deal 1 damage to a unit. This is going to activate when you play Triple Dark Raid. This is going to enable your Tarkin Town activation to get rid of those pesky 4 toughness units. I think this is a must include in the deck going forward, if the deck is even viable, but we're going to have to wait and see. Lurking TIE Phantom, it's a 2/2 for 3, but it's got Raid 2, and this unit can't be captured, damaged, or defeated by enemy card abilities. So this card is very sticky, and it's hard for your opponent to get rid of it unless they either play a card like Power of the Dark Side, or they smash a space unit into it, which is fine. You know, if it's going to use up a resource, that is great. That's what this card is there for. Punishing 1. Punishing 1 is way better than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be pretty good. It's a 3/4 for 3. When an upgraded enemy unit is defeated, you may ready this unit. We use this ability once per round. This is huge. You have a ton of ways to get rid of upgraded units. You have either direct damage removal spells, and you even have additional cards like Ruthless Raider that can activate this. This is really big. You have to remember your activations, though, because you're going to get caught up and forget this. It's all about sequencing. Make sure you swing in with this first, and then kill their card with the upgrade to get your activation. 7th Fleet Defender, 3/2 for 3, shielded. This has been good since Set 1. I think it's probably going to be good for a while still. Maybe in the next Space Focus set we'll see differently, but I think it's still just an auto include. TIE Advanced, this probably needs to be removed, as the amount of targets to hit it are really low now going forward. It's a great hit for triple Dark Raid, but I think going forward, this probably needs to come out, and we'll continue to test because I think we've only got one, two. Yeah, we only really have 2 targets for it. Well, 3 targets if you count the Ruthless Raider. So that's probably going to come out going forward. For our events, Daring Raid. For 1 resource, deal 2 damage to a unit or a base. This is going to be great. This is going to give you Asajj Ventress activations. This is going to give you Punishing 1 activations. Solid card. Force Choke. One of the more solid pieces of removal in red at the moment. Yes, unfortunately, your opponent does get to draw a card when you use it, but if you're getting rid of their best thing on the table, that's fine. You can get rid of Sabine with this. This is great. Play this all day, every day. No Good to Me Dead. This one is, you're going to have 2 groups of people. You're going to have the people that either love this card or the people that hate this card. It's going to allow you to tap down an opponent's most ridiculously annoying unit for 2 turns. This is great when they drop a Darksaber on Sabine or a Darksaber on a Battlefield Marine, whatever you want. It's going to stop that for activating for 2 turns. That's going to be good in a lot of situations, although I could see the argument that this could be replaced with something else. Sneak Attack. This card is fantastic. It is going to allow you to sneak out units quicker, so you can usually accept the fact that the unit's going to be defeated at the end of the turn, but a lot of the units that we're playing have when enter and when defeated activation units or abilities. So cards like the P-38 Starfighter, you're going to love playing it with this. You can play this turn 2 and get 2 activations on it. So Surprise Strike or Sneak Attack is a chronically underused card in my opinion. Surprise Strike, 3 copies for 2 resources, +3, +0, and it attacks. This and Asajj Ventress are great together. Triple Dark Raid, for 3 resources, search the top 7 cards of your deck for a vehicle and play it. It costs 5 less, and then it enters play ready, and return it to its owner's hand at the end of the phase. This was a lot more powerful in set 2, I think. I think it's still really good in set 3, though, because you're going to be able to get your P-38 Starfighter activations. You're going to be able to get those multiple times. If you can manage to get multiple TIE Advance triggers, that's going to work out really good, too, or even multiple Ruthless Raider triggers. So it's a solid card. I don't think you can play the deck without it, but I'd be surprised. 2 copies of Waylay. This is really good for just bouncing stuff. So the sideboard is, I've kind of just jamming what was here from the Boba Fett list. I think this gets redone for the new set, but we'll have to see. We'll have to do more play testing. So I think we're going to do something interesting here. We're actually going to play a game on Force Table real quick, so you guys can kind of see how this deck plays out. So I've already got everything queued up here. This is some play testing before. Let's restart the game. We're going to go first because why not? And this is against the All Jedi deck that is that's being used in the Take the Initiative League right now. So, all right, we're going to do we want to take a mulligan? No. I think we can go ahead and send down One Good to Me Dead, and probably want to hold on to the Surprise Strikes. Those are just so backbreaking. And then let's send that. Let's see how... Actually, no, we will do the Surprise Strike. So for our turn 1 play, not great, but I didn't want to risk mulliganing it and having nothing to play anyway. So, all right, we'll take the initiative. Maz Kanata, that's going to be fun, but we can always either just tap that down or bounce it. So, Ruthless Raider is not playable at the moment. We'll send that, we'll resource that. So what we can do here is I think we don't worry about Maz Kanata right now, because she's only going to hit us for 1. And then they're gumming up the ground. We don't really go ground with this deck, so that's not going to be too big of a concern for us. We will... I think let's just play our Lurking TIE Phantom. And then we really don't care what they're doing on the ground, and then we'll take initiative. We can deal with some things on turn 4 if we want to. Let's go ahead and a Cartel Spacer could be useful with a surprise strike. Yeah, let's go ahead and resource a triple dark raid. We'll go ahead and let's tap down their Maz Kanata. They get us for 2. That's fine. We will... Let's surprise strike with our Lurking TIE Phantom. So, that makes things interesting. So what we can do is, because that's going to get +2/+0 if we swing into it, we have other ways to deal with that, I believe. So we're going to actually just go ahead and take the initiative. So they've got a shield, that's fine, we can still deal with it. Let's go ahead and we're going to be able to use that in a turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and resource that. Let's go ahead and let's lead off with our triple dark raid. So we can play anything for 5, 6, 7. So we could essentially play anything. I think what we want to do is we want to go ahead and grab... Let's grab our P-38 Starfighter. 1 damage to a unit. Let's pop its shield. Let's go ahead and... Let's use Daring Raid. Do 2 damage to their Conquered Dawn Interceptors. And then we'll go ahead and use our base ability to do the 3 damage to finish it off. Resupply, yeah, that's fine. And let's go ahead and do our activation with the Asajj Ventress. And let's just start unloading on them. So they clearly have the ground arena locked down. I don't think we care. I think we're still going to outrace them. Because we'll even be able to drop Ruthless Raider next turn and do fine. Now, it would be nice if we had our Tri-Fighter to be able to... Actually, we're going to go ahead and we're going to play anyway. Just so we can start soaking some shields. Let's just keep them occupied. And they might just ignore us. Who knows? Yeah, see, so this is going to be fun. The P-38 can go... And then what we're going to do, I believe, is... We will surprise strike in our Lurking TIE Phantom. Luminara and Dooley, okay, so we will... For 5. I'll go ahead and get rid of their Sentinel. see the end. We would have had the game had they not got us with the Enduli. So, there we go. Here we'll play. Let's see. There we go. We'll do one more. Why not? We have, we're going to go ahead and take a mulligan. We don't have a turn 1 play with this. I think we do need probably lower the curve a bit. We seem to be really light on turn 1 plays with this deck. So, at a disadvantage not having a turn 1 play, but it is not the end of the world. We'll be fine. We'll go ahead next turn. Disabled Fang Fighter, Cartel Spacer. Let's probably go ahead and I think we're past the point of needing the Cartel Spacer at this point. And we'll do let's do the Cartel Spacer, or the P38. Do damage, pop that shield. And we'll go ahead and take the initiative. Kind of a slow start on this game. So we'll go ahead, and I don't think the 7th Fleet Defender is going to be useful to us in this matchup. We'll go ahead and let's Surprise Strike with our P38, get in some extra damage. We'll play our Force Choke. Go ahead and get the old 2-for-1. And let's go ahead and activate our leader and proceed to clear the board. Oh, I guess I didn't clear the board. I guess that was a shield. Probably need to learn how to pay attention. So we've got more removal. We've got a sneak attack, and I don't think we need the sneak attack at this point. Resupply, that's fine. Go ahead and don't worry about the activation this turn. Card. Go ahead and do damage to the opponent. We'll wait and see here. Yep. Would have been nice to get that. Probably should have saved that for the shield activation, but we never said we were good at this game. Let's go ahead and play our Kylos TIE Silencer. And we will take the initiative. We will save. I think we're going to need one of these disabling TIE fighters. We want to go ahead and let's Force Choke Skywalker. It doesn't kill him, but I think that's, that's what we were going to get anyway. It's fine. Let's go ahead and attack with the board. The Village Protectors, that's a pretty good card. The more that I've played with it and seen it played, the more I appreciate it. Shakti, yeah, that's a good one. So we've got just playing cards now. I think we should be set. Pop their shield, and then play our mercenary gunship. Now we do run into the risk of them being able to take the gunship back, which they might do, but it's just I think we will not. Maybe we should have. So they have the option of stealing the gunship back, which is fine. But what we will do is we could take it back, but I don't think we want to do that. We will play our Ruthless Raider, do 2 damage to their base, pop one of their units. We'll do 1 damage to Shakti. And then I think we'll just go ahead and use our base ability on Shakti. Make sure to get rid of her. Oh, he's got the lightsaber down. I think that's fine. And then we'll just start swinging it on base. We'll pass. See what comes up. Yeah. Yeah, those tie, yeah, we wouldn't have had any. No, we would have had 1. We would have been able to hit our Ruthless Raider. So I think that the Imperial or the tie advance will come out. So just for giggles, we'll surprise strike a Ruthless Raider in for the win. So as you can see, the deck does seem to have some teeth. There's going to be some just odd plays that you're going to have to be mindful of, but I think the deck still has potential. We'll probably fine-tune the list and see where we go from there. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys later.